Okay. All right. All right. So we got so anyway, hidden lamp, stories of enlightened women throughout the ages. The koans tend to mostly be men. There are a few koans for women, and I'd like to bring some forth, in subsequent talks. But this is about Tara. And so this one is called Tara's Vow, from Tibet, possibly 16th century. Once long ago, the woman who would become the goddess Tara was a princess whose name was Moon of Wisdom. She was wise, compassionate, and devoted to the Dharma. A monk approached her and said, "Because of your virtuous actions, you have been born in a human body. But unfortunately, it is a female body. If you want to attain complete awakening, pray that you will be reborn in a male body." She replied, "In this life, there is no such distinction between male and female, and therefore any attachment to ideas of male and female is a delusion. It is foolish to be caught by such a notion." Then she made the vow that would carry her through to awakening. And the vow is, "There are many who wish to attain great enlightenment in a man's form, but there are few who wish to work for the welfare of living beings in a female form. Therefore, may I, in a female body, work for the welfare of beings right until samsara has been emptied." So this is, I'm going to go further with Tara. This is the Tara's Enlightened Activity. This is by Khenpo Palden Sherab and Khenpo Sewang Dangyal, who Khenpo Palden Sherab is no longer alive, but Khenpo Sewang has a meditation retreat center in upstate New York. And before really getting into it too much, I want to also give a shout out to Joni, our previous Shuso. And during her Joni's period of being Shuso, she encouraged us to do sutra copying, to illuminate the sutras, to use our creativity with the Dharma. And so I was inspired by that and went ahead and kind of did illuminated manuscripts. I got my colored pencils and I colored in some of the drawings of Tara. Here's one. Let's see. I didn't finish them all, but there she is. And there are actually 21 Taras and each one has have a different color and a different different aspects. Some of them are peaceful, some of them are wrathful. Here's Tara in a wrathful form with her. She's her garland, her nimbus, her surrounding is flames instead of flowers. So let's see. Oh, can I be co-host? Okay, I'm gonna be
I
co-host.
already did it.
Oh, okay. All right. So co-host, because before we get too much farther into the Taras, devotional practice, I find is like, it's kind of like the juice. It's because, breath practice, breathing in and out is fine. Sometimes it get a little dry. And I find that if we're really stuck in a a kind of a negative mind state or a situation that is really difficult, sometimes just to do a more devotional practice, mantras or prostrations or all these things are just helpful to kind of get the wheels turning, I guess we would say. So I have been very interested also in what are called fractals. And now Chris has mentioned in the past that she sometimes likes to imagine her whole being of a Buddha in each cell of each being. Not only are we a Buddha in our whole totality, but there's a Buddha in each individual atom of our bodies. So there was a mathematician named Benoît Mandelbrot, who he was Polish-born, a French-American mathematician who worked on early computing in the mid-50s, in 1950s. And he said that he was looking at algebraic equations and started to see them in 3D. That's not geometry, but algebra. And he was seeing the form of the equation, which is, I've talked to mathematicians who say they walk down the street thinking about equations. That's never happened to me. But I just love that sometimes people can kind of just, pop out of our usual ways of thinking. So what I would like to do is share my screen and show you what he came up with, which is fractals. Now, people may know this already, but a fractal is an equation, is this mathematical sequence that can be repeated infinitely bigger or smaller. So this is where I love the fact that we could be 16-foot Buddhas or have a Buddha in every cell or atom, because it is so, let's see, here we go. Oh, of course it wouldn't be there. All right, are you seeing my screen now? Hello?
We just see you.
Just me.
Yeah.
Okay. Isn't that the way it goes, huh? Well, back to here. I'm just seeing me again. Okay. Are you seeing this one? No, oh, here we go. Are you seeing the screen yet?
Yes, we see it now.
Yes, we
You
got
see
it.
now, okay. So this is the Mandelbrot set. And what I love about it is that, well, you'll see as it gets a little closer. Okay, right there. See this little black image here? I think that's a little Buddha. That's like a little Buddha image. Or it could also be like a scarab beetle that the Egyptians loved. I think that in our meditations throughout the millennium, we see these things. So I'm going to do a little more. Don't get yourself dizzy, but. There you go. Here's another little Buddha inside the pictals. So I think this is great. To me, this is like an image of our inner world. And let's see what else I can get here. Let's see. Okay, what I'm trying to do now is come with, darn it. Oh, here I am back. I may not be able to get to the, no. Oh, wait a second. Here we go. So that's up. All right. So this is another picture of a fractal. This is a Romanesque cauliflower. Are you seeing it? Okay.
Yes.
I was trying to make it be bigger.
Yes,
Let's see.
it's really big. Pretty big.
Is it really big? Yeah, now it's really big. So this is so great because each one of these little broccoli florets is the exact same as the whole bigger broccoli floret, which is as big as the whole thing. And so to me, this is like a 3D representation of this principle of that the pattern repeats no matter how big you make it or how small you make it. And I'm just jazzed by that. So let's see what I can do now. Okay. All right. So to go back to Tara, I'm not trying to get Tara here. I don't know if I can do it very well. I had the picture of Tara up there. Well, we'll just do it in here. So so this is pretty much the same description as we saw in the Hidden Lamp. Tara's life story starts by relating how she appeared in the world. One teaching explains that many eons ago, a princess named Yeshe Dawa, moon of primordial wisdom, developed the thought of bodhicitta by the great grace of her vast devotion to the Buddhas of that era. She vowed to become enlightened for the benefit of all the boundless beings who suffer. Leaders of that time, believing it was only possible to be enlightened in a male body, advised her to pray for a male reincarnation. Princess Yeshe Dawa, however, vowed to attain enlightenment and to carry out all her enlightened activities in the female form. Eventually, this female bodhisattva became completely enlightened Buddha and became known as Tara. And then they says, at the ultimate level of wisdom, there is no distinction of male and female. At the relative conceptual level, however, these distinctions are considered to be significant. Each type of physical system, male and female, has its own special strengths in developing our realizations. The female, which is the form that Princess Yeshe Dawa chose, manifests the absolute, open, and spacious nature of mind, which we call the Great Mother. And so she, in this, is Tara as, on the ultimate level, is Tara as the ultimate mother, or Prajnaparamita, perfection of wisdom. And I'll just read you a few of her homages. There's 21 homages to her. So this one is homage Tara, quick one, heroine whose eyes flash like lightning, born from the opening corolla of the lotus face of the Lord of the triple world. And I also enjoy that she is not always, you know, kind and sweet. Um, another of this is homage, mother, filling all regions, sky and the realms of desire with the sounds of tutara and home, trampling the seven worlds with her feet, able to summon all before her. Homage, Ture, terrible lady, who annihilates the warriors of Mara, slaying all enemies with a frown of wrath on her lotus face. So it's just beautiful that homage, mother, destroying the magical devices of outsiders with the sound of pet and tret, trampling with her right leg bent, left leg extended, ablaze, a raging wildfire. So there's so many aspects to helping and to healing and to doing what needs to be done in the moment. And so I think the thing to do, let's see. Yeah. And so in doing mantra practice, it reminds me of our sewing practice, because it encompasses or involves, it's such a skillful means because it involves body, speech, and mind. So in mantra recitation, of course, you have the mala and you're using your hand to count, you know, how many you do, and you've got your hands involved. And then there's the visualization of the image and the saying the mantra with your mouth. So you have body, speech, and mind engaged in the practice, and that makes it easier to stay focused or more difficult to get distracted because there's so much going on. And so, you know, it's the same with sewing our rakusu, where we're with our body, we're doing this very fine, detailed stitch, and with our mind, with our mouth, we're saying Namu Kai Butsu. You know, I go to refuge in Buddha, or as Chris mentioned the other day, I fly home to my true nature. I fly home with every stitch. We fly home to our true nature, and then we're also thinking about that and visualizing it. So that's I think what's one of the things that's so beautiful about it. So I think it would be fun to I can get there. I'm going to try to share my screen one more time to put that image up, which is just really this this white Tara here, but we'll see if we can do it. We can do it. No. There she is. Okay. All righty. So are you seeing that? Did you see it? You didn't see it. Okay. Never mind. Let's just do it this way. So so here she is. Here's a white Tara. There she is. Yeah. And oh, here she is over here too. Maybe that's even a little brighter. Yeah. So basically, so I'm suggesting that we will do the practice, the white Tara practice. And Gretchen is putting up in the chat the mantra. And the mantra is Om Tara Tutare Ture Soha. And the way this is done is, just play along with me if you like it. If not, you don't have to. So, um, so basically now in the beginning of mantra recitation, usually always the way we start is that we're visualizing the space before us as having the Buddha and the scriptures, all the sutras and the sad are all there, and then retinue of bodhisattvas like a cloud in the sky, like a rainbow light. Now, some people are better at imagining images than others. If it's difficult for you, you can always go with other senses too, like feeling the weightlessness of the bodhisattvas, feeling the like the beautiful air, the smell of flowers in the air. Starting out, we visualize the Buddhas before us, and then to our back and our sides, we visualize our friends and family, even enemies. We visualize everyone next to us and behind us. And in the opening of it, we're expressing our devotion to the Buddha. And then we imagine, believe, see that all our friends and family and enemies and everybody transform into Buddhas and fly up into the sky, and they are in the retinue of the Buddha at this point. So we've, even before we started the sadhana, we've already saved everybody, which is really great. So so that's happened. And then we begin the practice in earnest, which is that we visualize ourselves as white Tara, as white Tara. So right now you can just feel, and she's resting on a sun moon disc on a lotus that's manifesting out of a beautiful clear lake. And this Tara is white. As I said, the green Tara is also a very powerful Tara that a lot of people like to visualize. And so we're visualizing ourselves as the Tara, one face, two hands, resting on the lotus sun moon disc, radiant garments of beautiful silks and beautiful colors. And it's all very weightless because she appears as a rainbow in the sky. And so we have that. And we also have Amitabha, who is the Buddha of infinite light. Buddha of infinite light is in a red color. On the crown of our heads, we imagine Amitabha. And Amitabha is raining down, is pouring beautiful white light all through our being, beautiful white light is pouring down. Yeah. And we can feel the beautiful breeze and the smell of perfume and incense, and maybe soft petals rain against our cheek. And all around us are the 21 Taras in red, yellow, gold, green, blue, infinite circles of protection and healing and light. And then we start, and we'll do some recitations. And the instruction for mantra is that it's to sound like a hive of bees buzzing. It's kind of a primordial sound of the universe, of this just soft going on and on. So if you like to follow along, it's Om Tara Tu Tare Ture Soha. Om tara tutare ture som 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 Om tara tutare ture som 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 tara tutare ture som. Now, if you can't in visualization, it's not always possible to see every single little detail. So you can just see it as a cloud in or imagine that you are experiencing that way. Om tara tutare ture. So and the white light is coming down and purifying our whole being. Om tara tutare ture so om tara tutare ture so. Tara tutare ture som 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 tara tutare now for bonus points, and this is I'm off the map now. This is not in traditional Tibetan practice, but since climate change the last number of years, I've been, as you know, we read about various things that's going on in the earth. I take the whole earth, the globe, and put it in my heart, and Tara's heart, the whole earth. And we can do that because of fractals, because we could be infinitely large or infinitely small, and the earth could be infinitely large or infinitely small. Sometimes I like to visualize that I'm as big as the solar system, and the solar system's kind of going around in the heart and the chest. So here we are being white Tara. Amitabha's pouring the white light, and we're pouring the white light all over the whole earth, over the oceans and the coral reefs, and over the forests and the people, human beings, asking them to open their heart to kindness, to sharing. Om tara tutare ture som tara tutare ture som tara tutare ture som tara tutare ture som. Om tara tutare ture som 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 tara tutare ture som. Om tara tutare ture som 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 tara. So after having done quite a few, as many mantras as you have time for or wish to do, to close out the that period of practice, is that we allow the entire visualization to dissolve into our heart space, into a point of light in our heart. So all of that just dissolves, and then we sit in equipoise, in equanimity, in shikantaza, dzogchen, breathing in and out, feeling our feet. Go ahead. So the teaching is that this is the ultimate bodhicitta. This is the resting in pure awareness. And at that point, then to close it out, of course, we dedicate the merit. And I always just say, whatever positive benefit has come from this practice, may it spread out in infinite directions, bringing light and joy to all beings in all realms. May all beings attain Buddhahood. May all beings attain Buddhahood. May all beings attain Buddhahood. So thank you. And I don't know, Chris, I don't really have particular questions. If people would like to talk in groups just about what that experience was, or what other devotional practices they'd like or have done that are helpful to them.